Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Minnesota Mike back with you for another video. This is another one in my vlog series that I do through the Memphis Songwriters Association in conjunction with the blog that I write for them, talking all about songwriting and what has worked for various artists over the course of a handful of years, whether those songs have been hits or not. So, this latest vlog is beginning a brand new kick, and it is called Color Me Impressed, talking all about using colors in your songs. So, quick confession, adjectives drive me insane. Sometimes people use a seemingly endless amount of them before they even get to what it is they're describing. But in song form, adjectives can be very useful to paint a picture, and what better way to paint a picture than with colors? So in this particular vlog kick, we will talk about using colors in songs and the emotions that those colors convey, including one in Spanish, where hooray, they put the adjective after the noun. I do want to note, because I never pass up an opportunity to tie things back to Minnesota, the title of this blog and vlog kick, Color Me Impressed, shares a name with a replacement song. And that replacement song was inspired by something Peter Jesperson's then girlfriend used to sarcastically say to Paul Westerberg. I'm sure Paul would say the same thing about me writing this particular blog and doing the vlog as well. But we are going to start off with Blue Ain't Your Color by Keith Urban. Lyrically, I do want to point out that the very first vlog that I did and the very first blog that I wrote was Tangled Up in Blue, included Tangled Up in Blue. That was the very first song that I talked about. And although there are a million different ways to dissect Dylan songs, I will spare you that analysis again. However, the color blue has long been a way of expressing sadness when it comes to a person. What's fascinating about this particular Keith Urban song is that it describes all the ways that blue can be a good thing, the color of the sky and the neon light. Uh, and he eventually talks about how it can be a good thing there, but then how it can be a bad thing, because he says, it looks good on the neon dancing on the wall, but darling, it don't match your eyes. So that's the bad thing, that, like, yeah, if it's sadness within you, then blue isn't a good thing. So he eventually concludes that blue ain't your color. Many songs like Blue Sky by the Allman Brothers Band assert that the love interest in question is their blue sky, and so they're the blue, the good thing in their life. You Are My Sunshine does the same thing, obviously with sunshine, not with a color. But the Keith Urban song uses blue as a negative thing when it comes to the person in question, while also implying that they could be as bright as the neon and the sky if they left their verbally abusive partner. It's a very subtle juxtaposition. Another great example of the juxtaposition, and going back to our earlier discussion on oxymorons, the line in the chorus, "It's so black and white, baby blue ain't your color." It's something that I didn't notice until writing this blog, that particular juxtaposition. It's another subtle but very well written line. And the lyrics also stand out because they come from a place of concern. In verse 2, he says he's not trying to pick her up, but he says, "I just don't understand how another man can take your sun and turn it ice cold." It doesn't say what her color is, but it does say that blue, when it represents sadness, isn't good for anyone, and she deserves better. Melodically, this particular song is written in G, and it follows a 1-2-4-5 pattern. G is the 1 chord, and A minor is the 2, C is the 4, and D is the 5. The chorus uses the same pattern, but the last line, "Baby blue ain't your color," goes to G, C, B minor, and A minor, which, like I said, is the 1, 4, 3, and 2. So slightly different pattern there. But the 1 and the 4 remain the same, and then it just goes to the 3 and the 2. The solo uses E minor, which is the 6 chord, A minor, which is that 2 chord, E minor, which again is the 6 chord, and then C, which again is the 4 chord. The outro uses C, the 4 chord, B minor, the 3 chord, A minor, the 2 chord, and G, which is the 1 chord. So it goes 4, 3, 2, 1 before ending on G, the 1 chord, D, the 5 chord, and then G, the 1 chord. So it goes 1, 5, 1, and staying on that root note, which is G, for the last 2 lines. The song is notable for its jazzier feel, and I say jazzier compared to some of Keith Urban's other songs, and it's written in 6/8 time, utilizes drums, acoustic guitar, electric guitar, bass, keyboards, and synthesizers. The song uses a verse, chorus, solo, chorus format. Oftentimes, writers will talk about getting into second verse hell, where they can't seem to top the awesomeness of the first one. But the writers of Blue Ain't Your Color used one of my favorite tricks in writing. They used the second verse to address any concerns the woman in question may have about this random guy telling her not to be sad. Kind of saying, I know that this sounds like I'm telling you to smile more, but hear me out. He doesn't deserve you. It allows the rest of the song to flow freely, like he's just helping out a friend and knows what it's like to be down and out. Blue, of course, also sounds good on your device, and so you can listen to Blue Ain't Your Color, which is linked in the description below. Thank you so much. I am Minnesota Mike. Be sure to check out all my other blogs, all my other vlogs. The blogs can be found on the Memphis Songwriters Association website. The vlogs can be found right here on my YouTube channel. Be sure to tune in next time when we talk about La Camisa Negra, which is the Spanish song that I was previewing earlier. And then we will continue into next week as well for the last 2 in this particular series. La Camisa Negra, of course, is available right now as well, so be sure to check that one out. I am Minnesota Mike. Thank you once again.